How you doing, Hamza? How's things? I'm good. I'm good. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Faria, welcome in. How are you doing today? I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad, thank you. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight marks a special occasion. Tonight we will commence the FLO League. A quick recap if you haven't seen the post. A season will be 8 games long. We'll aim for 1 or 2 games per week, meaning you can climb the league table. So, in terms of the format, it will be the first to 9. So 9 points is the target. The first correct answer in the chat will get the points. It's really as simple as that. If you wish to dispute a point, you may do so. That will then be taken to a vote by the audience. Welcome to the brand new live quiz league. It commences now. 8 matches total, 2 live quizzes every week. Anyone can join at any time. First to 9 points wins the match. League points. If you finished the game on first, you will have 6, second, 5, third, fourth, 4, fourth, 3, fifth, 2, and 6, 1 point. So it's all to play for. First correct answer in the chat gets the points. If we're ready, we'll get started. Any questions before we commence? Adore was hoping you'd be late. Adore is a player. Adore is a trivia titan. A beautiful mind. We have a number of intellectual players who join. Right. Quick recap. First to 9 points. We are now in a league. At the end of the game, I will put together the league table. I will post it so people can view it. We will, of course, have top podium finishes. First to 6. Fair Play Award will be given. And you will also have 2 disputes. If you wish to raise a dispute, you must do so immediately, not 2-3 rounds later. In terms of our third official, is Trippy here with us today? Hey Sammy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hear ye, hear ye. The game shall now commence. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Your first question. What is the largest species of bear? The correct answer is polar bear. Adore. Strikes first. Already, we have a winner of the Strike First award. Strike first. Should there be a tie at the point where a player reaches 9 points, we will go to sudden death, golden goal. Should that occasion arise, we will go into more details at that point. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. Which country is home to the city of Lyon? Which country is home to the city of Lyon? Charles. We have Charles tying things up. One point apiece with Adore and Charles. Arif would like to challenge. Absolutely. Please state the issue. Arif was first in the feed. To play, you simply answer the question first. If you are new here, welcome. Tonight marks a special occasion. We are starting the FLO League. A season will be 8 matches long. At the end of that season, we will tally wins, first strikes, podium finishes. Good luck to you all. We will put it to a vote. Absolutely. Diluted all the way. Remember, you can join in at any time. You just have to be first to answer to get on the board. The question at hand is raised by our player, Mr. Arif. Please scroll through the chat and tell me if Arif was first in your feed regarding the last question. We have 3 votes on no. It's turn now. We have 5 votes, 60% say yes, Arif was first. 50-50, an inconclusive result. 50-50, yes. The votes will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arif, congratulations, well contested. Arif is on the board. Unlucky Charles, it was a close vote. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question, please join in at any time. This is the first of our season. Top 6 finishes in the game take points from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, down to 1. So it's all to play for. You can climb, you can switch. Even near the end of the rounds, the difference of 2-3 points, as we know, the league table never lies. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Who is the current UK monarch as of 2026? Please, specific answers. Charles, King Charles. Charles. I have Charles. Absolutely. Charles, you're off the mark. Congratulations. Evan Almighty, unlucky. Ladies and gentlemen, finish this phrase. Sorry, my apologies. We have a dispute. We will accept King Charles. We will accept King Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, please finish this phrase. Break thee. Break thee. If I was in conversation with someone new, I would say something to break the ice. Correct. Break the ice. I have Charles. If you wish to raise a dispute, please do so now or forever hold your peace. Trivia Titans are gathered here today in what proves to be an epic first game of the season. Kickoff is underway. Please feel free to join in at any time. Only the brave need apply. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What year did World War II end? The correct answer is 1945. Who do we have there? A number of correct answers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all to play for. The top 6 places all take points in this first season of the Control Flow Quiz League. Fear not if you fall behind. The points will matter, as I think Manchester United and West Ham will find out. The 1-1 draw. Who do we have first? I have Arif 7. Arif moves to 2. Remember, it's a game to 9. Everything to play for. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Who was the UK Prime Minister when World War II ended? Who was the UK Prime Minister when World War II ended? Winston Churchill is correct. Unlucky Adore. We would also need the first name and last name. Whilst capitalization now does not matter, we would need both the first and last name. We have Charles moving to 3 points. Steady start, steady start. Open the chat, be quick, be fast, be accurate. Your next question. What animal is known as King of the Jungle? We win, we play for pride. Play for pride, play for glory. We laugh, we learn. Thank you, Paul. I have Evan Almighty in my feed. Evan Almighty. Challenge. Trippy, our third official. Right on call. We have a challenge. Arif, please state your claim. Some are saying Charles. I think Charles is using a cheating method. Unfortunately, it is the world we live in now. Although having seen Charles play, he's good. Arif, could you state your claim? Otherwise, the points will go to Evan Almighty, aptly named The Return. Exactly. Exactly. Evan Almighty takes the points. Congratulations. We have 4 players eligible for points at this current time. Evan Almighty. The league table will be posted shortly after the match. After each game, the league table will be posted. We are playing for a number of things. Most of all, pride, glory, and intellect. But of course, we will do our stats around league table, podium finishes, fair plays, first strikes. Your next question, feel free to join in at any time. The new structure of the league means that players from 1 to 6, in terms of your finish, will all be awarded points. Your next question. What is a flock of flamingos called? What is a flock of flamingos called? What is a flock of flamingos called? The correct answer is flamboyance. Congratulations, Evan, on 2 points. You move into joint second alongside Mr. Arif, just behind Charles on 3, with Adore on 1. Please raise your dispute. It went to Adore. Adore said it. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce at this point Trippy, who is our esteemed third official. Any rulings or disputes will be handled by Trippy. If those disputes remain indecisive or do not avail to any conclusion of substance, we will then take it to a vote. Thank you. Trippy has held the scales of justice for a number of games. Truly remarkable. Thank you for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, please, it is all to play for. Join in at any time. Your next question. Adore has taken the points. Adore has taken the points. For a recap on the score, we have Charles on 3, Arif and Adore on 2, and Evan Almighty on 1. Please feel free to join in at any time. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. Name the only even prime number. Name the only even prime number. A number of correct answers. Of course, it is 2. Trippy, over to you for a verification, please. A number of correct answers. For new joiners, Adore ties things up in first place. You should not fear falling behind. The structure of the league is designed in such a way that there is a point system from 1 to 6. By the end of the season, it could all change. Trippy has been our third official. She holds the scales of justice She resides in the Big Apple or in the United States. Dispute raised. Please state your claim. With a great accusation, we need to rely on great evidence. Could you please expand? There is nothing we can do as to the latency of the internet, I'm afraid. It is unfortunately a pitfall that we must endure. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. Name the first woman to name a Nobel Prize. Marie Curie. Absolutely. Unlucky. Sir Wellington. Crunchy biscuits. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Miss Trippy. Mrs. Trippy. May I get a verification, please? Charles moves ahead to 4. Should we only have four players as we have now? Let me just clarify. Should we have only 4 players by the time someone crosses the finish line with 9 points? We'll then go into a golden goal type scenario where players can then fight for the 5th and 6th place. Meadow, answer first. Get on the scoreboard. 1 to 6, take the points. Ladies and gentlemen, join in at any time. You just have to be quick enough to get on the board. Your next question. Name the winner of the first FIFA World Cup. Name the winner of the first FIFA World Cup. The correct answer is Uruguay. I have Arif in the feed. Can we get a verification, please, from the third official? Arif, we will circle back to your point. The door takes it to 4-all. A game to 9. The first game, a remarkable first game in what proves to be a season which could just be, at this stage, very unpredictable. We will have podium finishes. We will have first strikes, highest climbers. It's all to play for. We have a dispute. Please state your claim, Mr. Arif. There is no extra time in this game. Please have haste. Play on. Play on. The Fair Play Award for this game goes to Mr. Arif. The Fair Play Award, humility, respect, transparency. Congratulations on winning the Fair Play Award. Charles, when you're at the top, get used to it. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. The Fair Play Award goes to Mr. Arif. Congratulations, sir. We laugh, we learn. Mr. Underrated, do a Harry Potter quiz. The questions will cover an array of topics, from around the globe, matching our audience. Please do not try and sway or bias the decision of this quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is the square root of 225? My apologies, Mrs. Underrated. A wrong answer will disqualify you from the round. You may not put in more than one answer. The correct answer is 15. Can we get a verification? A number of correct answers. Adore. Adore it is. Adore moves to 5 points. This could be a quick game, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment, there are 4 players eligible for points. You have Adore and Charles in joint first, Arif and Evan Almighty. Right now, 5th and 6th spots are still available. Should the game finish, there will be a golden goal game for the final spots. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Name the player with the most Ballon d'Or awards. Michael Phelps. That's Olympics, probably. That's the Olympics. LeBron James. Was Crunchy Biscuits first? Do you wish to dispute that? I will put it to a poll. Rowan Atkinson, the legend himself. First and last names. The correct answer is Lionel Messi. My apologies, Trippy. My apologies. Lionel Messi. I have Adore to take it to 6 points. Adore, thank you. Adore moves to 6, 3 away from taking the first game of the league. Taking the 6 points available, maximum points. Charles would currently be on 5, Arif would be on 4, Evan Almighty on 3. You have to answer first to get onto the board. You can join in at any time. Just to clarify the rules, ladies and gentlemen, we're running a league. There will be 8 games. This current stage, we've decided on 8 games. We may extend the season depending on how close it is. We will, of course, put that to a vote. But for now, we have 8 games. The season will last 1 month. That's 2 games per week. The first person to answer will get a point, meaning anyone can join at any time. You just have to be first. After each game, I will upload the league where you can follow stats such as your position, fair play awards, strike first awards, top podium finishes, and we'll have some fun along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is the next Fibonacci number after 34? What is the next Fibonacci number after 34? Answers close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voided round. The correct answer you were looking for is 55. Heaven Almighty, please state your claim. There'll be an array of questions starting from easy to medium to difficult, covering a wide array of topics. Josiah, I can see your messages. Absolutely. Heaven Almighty, please do not dispute the same point. You are more than welcome to dispute a different point, but if possible, laboring the same point will slow the game. You're on the board, along with Arif, Charles, and Adore. Ladies and gentlemen, you can join in at any time. Appreciate that, sir. Appreciate that. Absolutely, anyone can join at any time. You just have to answer first. Red card. Please do not try and sway the decision of the officials. Move back. Our third official, Trippy, will hold the scales of justice. For any wrongdoing or slander or bias or change in the direction and nature in which we play the game will be addressed by our third official tonight, Mrs. Trippy. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What does NASA stand for? What does NASA stand for? The answer is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. I'm simply... Did anyone get the National Aeronautics and Space Administration? The and is not relevant. No one got it? Appreciate it. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen, what was the name of the first man-made satellite? What was the name of the first man-made satellite? Meadow. On the board. Congratulations. A fellow space enthusiast. Sputnik is the correct answer. Sputnik is indeed the correct answer. Can I get a verification, please? Meadow. We will accept Sputnik. We will accept Sputnik. Your next question, Meadow on the board with Evan, tied. A recap, first to 9. Currently we have Adore in first place in this first game of the Quiz Flow League, a season that will span 8 matches, full, as we can see, if we mean to go on the way we've started, full of controversy, ups and downs, smiles and frowns. Stay determined, stay positive. There are points for top 6 positions. Adore in first, Charles in second, Arif in third, Evan and Meadow joint fourth. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. This is a quiz game, Mr. Theodore. Absolutely. Questions will range a multitude of topics, ranging in a scale of difficulty. Only the brave need apply. To get onto the board, you simply have to answer first. Join in at any time. The door is open, but you must walk in. What is a group of bears called? What is a group of bears called? Gang. Tribe. Answers will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The one and only Kenneth on the buzzer takes 6th position. A sleuth or sloth is correct. The one and only Kenneth. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 6 players right now, all eligible for points. We have 4th, 5th, and 6th at the moment, all on 1 point. Should the scores remain the same, we will go into a golden goal scenario where either a member of the chat could donate a point if they were to answer correctly, or the first one of our tied contestants to answer would take 4th. Then it would be between Meadow and Theodore, and the only Kenneth, sorry, and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. I didn't mention it today. Absolutely, man. Arif has won the Fair Play Award for the continuity of the game. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If you answer first, you get on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. Which US state is known as the Sunshine State? Which US state is known as the Sunshine State? The correct answer is Florida. Florida is known as the Sunshine State. A number of correct answers. California, on the other side. Let's see why you went with it. Adore is winning the hearts and minds of the audience. California is the Golden State. Congratulations, Adore. You moved to 7 points. Charles on 4, Arif on 2, Evan, Meadow, the one and only Kenneth, all on 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question, please. It's all to play for. Control, tell them what, sorry? Tell them your story. Story is too epic to divulge right now. but we will talk about the legendary game that Mr. Beza participated in the final round. Ready, contestants, contenders, great minds, trivia titans. Finish the phrase. Hit the nail on the. Hit the nail on the head. I have Evan Almighty. I have Evan Almighty. So, tying it up for third place. Trippy. Evan, congratulations. Congratulations. Right now, as it stands, we have Adore in first, Charles in second, Arif and Evan tied for third. We will go into a golden goal should the scores remain the same. Should Adore finish on 9 and finish first, Charles would therefore automatically be in second. Then there would be a sudden death golden goal between Arif and Evan Almighty to see who takes third and fourth. And then there would be another golden goal between Meadow and the one and only Kenneth. And as you can imagine, as the season progresses, there may be tactical voting, political allegiances taking place. But that's one for a later date. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is the chemical symbol for iron? What is the chemical symbol for iron? The correct answer is Fe. Number of correct answers. I have Arif. If Kenneth left, his place is then available. Simple as that. Spelling must be accurate. Put it to a vote. Who got it correct? Votes will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for the confirmation. Arif takes the points, moves convincingly into third. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. What is a male lion often called? What is a male lion often called? The correct answer is lion. Crunchy Biscuits is in the mix, fighting for 4th, 5th, or 6th position. I have Crunchy Biscuits. Trippy, can we get a confirmation, please? I can't see. We've had some technical difficulties. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. In this scenario, we will take it to a vote. Did Crunchy get the answer? Did Crunchy get the answer? That's the vote. Did Crunchy get the answer? We have Beza, who's got the answer. Something must be up with the internet. We're having some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us. Mr. Wayne, how you doing? Crunchy put Simba. The correct answer is lion. Who put the answer lion in? Please, can we get some verification on that? Do we have Beza? Beza, congratulations. Congratulations. Apologies for the latency problems I'm having with the internet. Beza, congratulations, you're on the board. Third place is not a far reach. Adore seems to have secured first. Third and second, though, are still up for grabs. We have one, two, three, four players who could all finish third and below. 1 to 6 take the points, answer a question at any time. In football, who is the all-time scorer for Brazil? In football, who is the all-time scorer for Brazil? The correct answer is Neymar. Adore moves 1 point away from victory. You spoke too soon. The backlash was instant and furious. Adore takes the points. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. It's all to play for. Please be ready. The first game of the league could be decided in the next moments. Do we have a dispute? Please raise it now before we move on to what could be the deciding question for our first league game winner. Name the primary samurai weapon. Name the primary samurai weapon. Katana is correct. Katana is correct. Adore takes the first league game with 6 points. Charles with 5. Arif with 4. These league tables will all go live about half an hour after the game. Challenging. There is a challenge in this first league game. Controversy at the end. Trippy, our third official, esteemed colleague, an all-round great person who holds the scales of justice with such transparency. Good hands. The scales of justice are in good hands. Trippy has said adore. With a decision of such magnitude, we can have 2 people. Who are the 2 people who are first on people's feed? We have Adore. We'll put it to a vote. Adore. And who else? You have it between Adore and Beza. Thank you, Trippy. The vote will therefore be for Adore and Beza. Cast your votes, ladies and gentlemen. The votes are 50-50. The votes will close in 10 seconds. If the vote is inconclusive, we will play it again. We will play the question again. Votes will close in 3, 2, 1. Beza moves to 2 points to level things up. In 4th place with Evan Almighty. There's going to be twists and turns in the game, ladies and gentlemen. All we can do is put it to a vote and look at the outcome. Be ready for trials and tribulations. By royal decree, all brains must now report for duty. Only one shall claim victory. The rest shall claim they have been robbed. Let the contest commence. In tech, what does VPN stand for? In tech, what does VPN stand for? We have a new contestant, I see, has entered the arena. Thunder Gunner. Adore. We have someone who is not giving up the fight. It's not over until it's over. Thunder Gunner, congratulations. There are points still up for grabs. You currently tie now with 1 point with the one and only Kenneth and Meadow. You're going to leave on a W. That decision is yours. We're playing in a league. You could be leaving some points on the field if you were to do that. But of course, the decision is yours. Truth Seeker, absolutely. Please join Trippy as our third official. After an answer has been given, of course, as you know, the first correct answer in the chat gets the points. Please monitor the chat, report back, verify the first person. Great to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. There has been much controversy in today's game. Myself and the third officials will discuss the appropriate reactions. A new legislative change that will occur in accordance to the rules, and perhaps now the inclusion of a red and yellow card. For now, we move on. Ladies and gentlemen, your next question. This isn't the House of Commons. Correct. This is the House of Lords, where great minds unite to discuss all issues quiz related. We take the game to another level. We elevate. We soar like eagles. This is not just a quiz. It's a test of pride, of memory. Prepare yourselves. Only one group of contestants will rise. Sharpen your minds. Strengthen your memories. Welcome, brave thinkers and bold guessers. Your next question, ladies and gentlemen. What is Australia's national gemstone? What is Australia's national gemstone? A reef. Congratulations. Opal is correct. Ruby, a fantastic guess, a logical guess. A logical guess. Testament to everyone who said Ruby. I see your thinking. I see your logic. Truth Seeker, Arif, thank you very much for the quick confirmation. Pleasure having you here. Esteemed colleague, gentleman, scholar, all round, decent bloke. Arif ties things up with Charles in fourth place. It's all to play for, ladies and gentlemen. Your next question. Let me remind you, if Adore gets this, he wins the game. There will then be a golden goal if the score stands as it is between Charles and Arif. Evan Almighty will then take fourth by default on 2 points. Now there will be a fourth playoff with Beza and Evan Almighty. And then for fifth and sixth, there's about 3 or 4 potential players who could take the point there. Your next question. What is the name of a female bear? What is the name of a female bear? Answers will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is sow. A female bear is called a sow, while a male bear is called a boar. And baby bears are known as cubs. Did anyone get sow? S-O-W. Voided round. We carry on, ladies and gentlemen. Your next question. What is the capital of Wales? What is the capital of Wales? The correct answer is Cardiff. I have Charles. True, thank you very much. What is the capital of Wales? South Africa. Charles moves to 5, cementing his place in second. Why is it always a grandstand finish? Why? Your next question. Be ready. The door takes it, he wins the 6 points. Charles then by default would take 5 points. Arif would take 4. And then it would be all to play for 3, 2, and 1. 4th, 5th, and 6th place. The league table will go live around half an hour. Give me some time to whiz up some stuff in Excel and I'll post it. Your next question. Welcome in. If you're just joining, you've got the gist. Question, first answer takes a point. It's a league. It will last 8 matches. This is the first of those 8 matches. To get on the board, you need to answer first. Should there be a tie at the end of the game, we'll move into a golden goal scenario. Absolutely, Jeff Range. No need to ask. Join any time. First to 9. The door is on 8. Your next question. What layer protects Earth from UV radiation? The correct answer is the ozone layer. The core. You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. If you were underground, that would protect you. That would protect you from UV radiation. But what protects the Earth is the ozone layer. We have a door. We have a champion. First to 9. Adore takes the 6 points. Charles takes 5. Arif takes 4. There will now be a golden goal scenario between Evan Almighty and Beza. Thank you, Truth. To take the 4th position and potentially 3 points. So right now, congratulations, Adore, on the win. Charles in second with 5, Arif on 4. We now have a number of players. First up, Evan and Beza. Evan and Beza, you're fighting for fourth place here. I will ask a question. The first person to answer, Evan or Beza, will take the point. If someone else in the chat answers before them correctly, you will have the opportunity to donate that point. Please remember this logic, as it could prove crucial later in the season. In the end run of the season, you would have the opportunity to perhaps sway how the league finishes. Congratulations again to Adore, Charles, and Arif. You very much can still play. If you answer first, you can donate your point to either Evan or Beza. Your next question. If I was feeling a little bit ill, you could say, I'm under the, finish the phrase, under the. That is the correct answer, under the weather. I think we have a new player who has answered correctly. You have the option now to donate your point to either Mr. Beza or Evan Almighty. Trippy, truth. The decision is nobody. That is fair. You have that right. It is your point to do as you wish. Do we have a dispute? Truth, Trippy, could you confirm who got it first? No, because the correct answer was given before. Retro. Who got the correct answer first? The correct answer was weather. Who said weather first? Out of anyone. Doesn't matter if they're playing or not. So Retro said weather. I'm scrolling up. Retro said weather. Retro, who would you like the point to go to? Thank you, Trippy, for the confirmation. Retro, I need some clarification on who you want the point to go to. Evan. Evan takes, congratulations. Evan takes fourth place with 3 points. Beza takes fifth place with 2 points by default. We now have a fight for the final point between Thunder, Meadow, and the one and only Kenneth, should he be here. Same format. I will ask a question. The first person to answer correctly between the 3 players, the aforementioned 3 players, will get the point and secure the final point for this league game. Should not one of them not be the first correct answer, that person who answered correctly will have the opportunity to donate that point to one of the said players. For the final point, in what's going to prove to be a interesting and captivating league. The last point is at stake here. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the French word for thank you? What is the French word for thank you? The correct answer is merci. Merci beaucoup would be thank you very much. No one got the correct answer from what I can see. If that is the case, we'll move on to the next question, same format. MERCI. The correct answer is merci, MERCI. Evan got MERCI. I need to put this one to a vote. It's a final point of the league game. The correct answer is MERCI. Capitalized letters don't matter. Did Evan type MERCI? Correct. That is the question. What is the French word for thank you? It's an overwhelming yes. The votes will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Evan, you get to decide who gets the final point. It can be Meadow, it could be Thunder Gunner, or the one and only Kenneth. We have just finished the first league game. The points have been allocated. We will do a recap. Gives it to Meadow to take the final point. Meadow on 1 point. Congratulations. Fighting tooth and nail for every point. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick recap on our first league game. We will now be running the Control Flow Quiz League for 1 season. A season will last 8 matches currently. Should things, and likely they will, get interesting, we can look at potentially extending it. But for now, we have 1 season, 8 matches, 2 per week. The format is simple. You can join in at any time, answer any question, but you answer first, it puts you on the board. Today was a wonderful, wonderful game. Congratulations to everyone who participated. We laugh and learn. We have some fun along the way. To give you a recap of how the league stands currently, Adore took 6 points. Charles in second took 5. Arif in third took 4. Evan, Almighty, took 3 points. In fourth, Beza, good comeback, late start as well. Well done. took 2 points. And congratulations to Meadow, staying in the fight to the end, took the final point. That is how the league table stands at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. I'll put a post out on our next game and when it will be scheduled, when it will start. You'll also get a recap on the league table. And let me also say thanks to Arif, who won the Fair Play Award today for his camaraderie and willingness to let the game flow. Congratulations, Arif. 3rd points and a Fair Play Award. Adore, congratulations on the win and the 6 points. You head up the league table. And also congratulations on the first strike. Shed a tear. Shed a tear. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure hosting this first league game. When would you like to play our next league game? I'm thinking Saturday night. It will be at the same time, 9 p.m. GMT. There's always the next game. You can join anytime. You could go on a run, Jay. You can join the next few games, build up a score. You could still win the league. But the season is 8 matches. That's all right. Not to worry, not to worry. Nothing too serious. Laugh and learn. It's all good. Ladies and gents, pleasure, as always. Adore, congratulations on the win. Charles, Arif, Evan, Beza, Meadow, all on the board. I'll see you on the next one. Check out the posts and the league table will go live shortly. Congratulations. Good night, guys. Always a pleasure.